Hi, everyone. Welcome to Father's Corner. I'm Father Andre. Glory to Jesus Christ. How do we receive the Eucharist in our Byzantine Christian tradition? Our Roman Catholic brothers and sisters, because they use an unleavened bread, typically communion is distributed directly into one's hands or perhaps directly into your mouth, and with the wafer, the communion wafer. In our Byzantine church, we use an unleavened bread, meaning that it has some yeast in it. And so once it's consecrated just prior to communion, the priest will commingle, mix together in the chalice, the consecrated bread and wine. And we, with a spoon, will distribute the communion directly into the mouth of the communicant. So the question is, how do you receive properly? Well, there's a few things that we need to always keep in mind when we're receiving the Eucharist. The first is it's focused not so much on how we receive, but who it is we're receiving. Remember, we're receiving the true presence of Jesus Christ in the consecrated bread and wine. We truly receive his body and his blood of the risen Lord. So that's important. So it's meant to be a very reverent and a solemn occasion. And so by extension, the way in which we receive should illustrate that. So the first thing is when you come forward to receive communion, I always tell people to stand relatively close to the communion minister with your hands over your heart, because the Eucharist, of course, is meant to heal and to change our hearts. So hands over your heart, and to stand up straight, to open your mouth wide, to keep your tongue in your mouth and your chin up, almost as if you were at the dentist. Keep your mouth open. And then to keep your mouth open and to receive the Eucharist. And then once the communion minister has taken the spoon away from your mouth, you can close your mouth and then return to your seat. One thing you might want to do is, as you step away from the chalice, is to acknowledge the presence of Christ in the chalice and to offer a sign of the cross as a reverence for the occasion. Fundamentally, that's the way we receive the Eucharist, and remember that it's meant to be a reverent and a solemn occasion, because this is Jesus Christ who is truly present to us, offering up his body and his blood. Glory to Jesus Christ.